They actually did it. They added ranked mode. Didn't expect that. Hey guys, what you're about to see is the patch notes review taken out straight on my stream. So if you're looking for a short, concise video highlighting only the important things, this is not it. I will be putting out more short videos, including a meta report a few days from now, but I just wanted to get something out there for the people who want to see my reaction to the patch notes live. If you guys do want to see this, enjoy. We are experimenting with a different approach to ranked. We expect to iterate on it in the future, so this will be more of a test. You must have 50 games played. Makes sense. If you have any behavior-related restrictions, you will be unable to queue into this mode. Rip Leffa. Rip Leffa. Rip Leffa. RIP. The queue will be solo only at the moment. God bless. God bless. Solo queue only. Let's go. Great decision. Each region will have multiple time zones you can select from, and it will be available from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Makes sense. That's when the most players are on. When in this mode, you'll only be matched with players that have the same medal as you. Okay, so we got medals. Okay, so we can do even more clickbait thumbnails. In total, with 6 levels in each. Everyone's medals and levels will be displayed in these ranked games. 11 medals, that's a lot. Okay. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. GMT, we will run an algorithm that calculates everyone's performance. So basically every Tuesday, your rank will be updated. And it will open October 15th. Okay, so no ranked until then. The first medals will be granted globally October 22nd. All right, let's go. Added a third casting mode, quick cast. So this is basically just like what Dota has, right? So you've got instant cast and you've got quick cast on release key. This is very convenient and it will be really nice. Let me just move my camera a little bit so that you guys can see more properly. You can't play ranked right now, though. You can't. All right, who's excited? Added input buffering for ability usage. So if you cast an ability and then quickly cast another ability, the next one will fire instead of the input being dropped. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Now displaying a unique ID for builds in the description section of the build browser. You can click on it to copy the build ID to the clipboard to share specific builds with friends. Oh, that's good. If you enter a build ID, it will show all the builds for the current hero by the author of that build. That's cool. W update? Yeah, so far it's goated. Certain heroes now have a higher priority at being in dual lanes. Ivy and Dynamo. Oh, cool. That's cool. They should... Okay. Added per player voice volume slider. Sure. Pausing is no longer allowed in the first 3 minutes of the game. They went full Dota on this one, dude. Honestly, God bless. I was asking for this change because I'm like so fucking tired of people queuing and then going to the bathroom and then just fucking pausing the game. Now at least, you know, they can't do that anymore. God bless. Input buffering is actually super important. Yeah, that's really nice. Like Dota 2, you can't pause. Yeah, your game freezes at the start of the game so often. I'm sorry to hear that. That does suck for that change. Okay, and here they've got like a bunch of like, you know, we're not going to read these changes because these are all just like bug fixes and shit like that. And like sound or like VOs and stuff. And like realistically, you know, we're interested in the gameplay changes, aren't we? I'm interested in the gameplay changes. All right. If you enjoyed this patch coverage, feel free to drop some Twitch primes. You know, if you've got them, I'll take them. Miscellaneous gameplay. Troopers attack range versus lane guardians reduced from 13.5 to 12 meters. Okay, so the troopers have to be a little bit closer. Interesting. That'll make it a little bit harder to take the lane, and it'll also make it easier to farm safely. Thank you for the prime, Hurricane. Hopefully you're not in the hurricane at the moment. Guardian damage versus players increased by 20%. Wow. Diving towers is now harder. Guardians now take 70% less damage from troopers at the start of the game. Wow. Okay, so if you kill someone, I think this is to counter the fact that if you killed someone previously, you could just like take their tower really easily and lane. And now it looks like it's going to be a lot harder to do that. Interesting. Plus 30% increased damage at 10 minutes. Okay, so troopers are actually taking... So the guardians are actually going to take more damage from troopers past 10 minutes now. But before 10 minutes... So basically before 7 minutes, they're going to take less damage. From 7 to 10 minutes, they're going to start taking more damage. Interesting. Jungle changes. So now all the jungle spawns earlier. That's actually going to be really interesting for the meta and the changes to the meta, because jungling spawning earlier makes it so laning is even a little bit less consequential, because before, if you lost lane, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal because you could just freeze the wave and farm safely, and your opponent didn't have that much to do because they didn't have the jungle. But now if you win your lane hard, you can go to the jungle much earlier because at 5 minutes you'll have the median camps. Yo, thanks for the gifted 3Z, much appreciated. Thank God losing lane fell, no prime. Here's a gifted, let's go. I appreciate it, much love. Okay, so basically everything in the jungle spawns roughly 2 minutes earlier or 1 minute earlier. So, except this, actually. So the hard camps actually got changed from 7 minutes to 8 minutes, which I'm fine with. The hard camps, the heroes that could farm the hard camp at 7 minutes had a huge advantage, which is fine, but I don't really mind them putting him at 8 minutes and putting the other jungle at 5 minutes. Breakables now spawn at 2 minutes instead of 3. Good change. I mean, it used to be 2 minutes, actually, fun fact. It used to be 2 minutes for the breakables, and they changed it to 3 because people were, like, farming them too much. But I guess we'll see what happens. Yo, thanks for the prime Clockwork Smurf. With troopers closer to tower, it'll be harder to deny. Yeah, it will be. Now causes the runner to be revealed on the minimap. Okay, so this actually used to be the case. So we're going back. So this used to be the case. Heavy melee against the runner now causes them to drop the urn. That's so funny. That's so funny. Interesting. Okay. He's skipping stuff. Am I? Oh yeah, the mid-boss, sorry. Mid-boss now has 15 regen. That's good. Mid-boss creep buff rescaled from 70% to 50, 70, 90 for the first, second, third mid-boss. Further decimal increase. Okay. I kind of like this because it means first mid-boss isn't just like game losing. Mid-boss rejuve respawn scaled from 50% to 40, 50, 60. Okay. Urn now causes the runner, yeah, we read that. Heavy melee against the urn runner now causes them to drop the urn. Urn bounty increased by 15%. I do like that because urn felt a little bit inconsequential at times. Urn delivery now gives each player on your team a golden statue permanent buff. Also down. Urn now falls down from the sky a little bit faster. Also down for that. No ramp slide on towers now? Yeah, that's true. Because players now need to be within 19 meters above the ramp to attack a lane guardian. So you can't do the funny ramp slide anymore. That's a big change. Comeback formula weighted a bit less on team versus team net worth calculation and more on the strength of the dying hero. So as I was talking in the recent jungle video that I made, this makes it even worse if you're ultra farm then you die, because now they're making it so that, you know, you go a little bit more weighted towards the net worth of the hero. And if it's more weighted towards the net worth of the dying hero, then if you're like a 7 and you have 20k net worth and your team has 10k net worth, if you die, it's going to be even worse. Aren't the golden statue buffs way OP now? I guess we'll see. They're going to be really good for sure. Thoughts on 8-minute sharing changes for troopers? Did I miss that? Troopers. Oh, yeah. They just want laning stage to be ended. It's fine. This would have been weird if they didn't change the jungle, but since they made the jungle spawn faster and the teleporters be available faster and stuff like that, I think it's fine. Because the problem with it is that there was this awkward gap moment from like 7 to 10 minutes where you didn't really know what to do because a lot of lane guardians had died, but there was no jungle up, so it was kind of awkward. So I think the jungle spawning earlier makes sense. So we talked about the mid-boss. I like these changes. Urn changes are good. Comeback formula is good. Percentage of deniable orbs from objectives for Guardian, Walker, Patron Shrines rescaled from 54, 66, 100% to 0 to 35%. So it's 35% for everything. Interesting. So before Shrines actually like weren't deniable at all, but now Shrines are 35% deniable. And before, walkers were like very deniable at 66% of the souls. Now you can only deny 35%. Interesting. So yeah, that's cool. Shields no longer reduce damage or get depleted by NPC units. Really? Huh. That's a very interesting change, because this means that shields are kind of like combat barrier, for example, is going to be better at jungling now because you're always going to have the damage buff up pretty much, because the minions aren't going to, they're not going to like take your shield down. And it means you're more often going to have your shields up for fights. That's actually a really massive shield buff. That's a really massive shield buff. It's really only a massive shield buff for combat barrier though, and like bullet shield, because spirit shield you weren't really having that issue in the first place. All heroes move speed increased by 0.3, enduring speed reduced by 0.3. Okay, so enduring speed a little bit less mandatory. All heroes move a little bit faster. I'm down. Bullet and Spirit Lifesteal now stack diminishingly. Oh, God bless. Oh my God. Oh, God bless. Oh. Oh no, what are all the Infernus players gonna do? What are the... Oh no, the Infernus players. What are they gonna do? I have no sympathy for the Infernus players out there. Teleporters now... What is diminishingly? It means it'll stack like multiplicatively. So let's say you have something that gives you 25% spirit lifesteal and another thing that gives you 25% spirit lifesteal. Instead of getting a total of 50, you'll probably get a total of like, let's say 38 spirit lifesteal or something. It was additive? Yeah, it was additive. You could get like over 100% spirit lifesteal before, or bullet lifesteal. Yep. Just means that stacking a bunch of sources is going to be less good. Teleporters now grant plus 3 meters per second for 5 seconds arriving the other side. Okay, ganking is better with teleporters. Updated teleporter locations. So the side ones haven't changed. Oh, there's new ones here from Walker to Walker. Oh, that's huge. Wait, these ones are like so much better positions now to rotate. Before they were there, but they were just like positioned poorly. You had to go in a position that was kind of dangerous, but now you can safely rotate from Walker to Walker. Lifesteal was already bad though. Lifesteal was not bad. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Move teleporters to travel between outer lane walkers. We saw that. I like the new positioning. It's safe. It's nice. It's cool. Added teleporters in the underground tunnels. Very cool. Widened stairs from shrines back to the player spawn area. Added ledge to mantle back up to the player spawn area from the pit. Added bridge and stair. You know, honestly, I read these words and I'm like, what am I reading right now? So we'll look at it in game later. Moved guardians back slightly further from stairs down to the canal. Sorry. Okay. Interesting. Widened archways. Oh, look at this. That's so wide now. Can we get some ultra wide emotes? Does anyone have a wide emote? This is ultra wide. Yo, thanks Elriptide for the prime. Oh, by the way, exclamation point patch notes if you guys want to see the patch notes, if you guys want to read them yourself. Garage and nightclub. Change ropes so that they can take you to the second floor and added backstairs to take you to the roof. Okay. I got you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Guys nerfed? Yeah, not surprised. Okay. All right. Now we're getting to the nerfs or the changes. Weapon items. Monster rounds. Weapon damage versus NPC reduced by 5%. Makes sense? Monster rounds is incredibly powerful. It's still going to be good. Restorative shot. Weapon damage reduced from 8% to 7%. Makes sense. Item was very good. Now it does a little bit less damage, but it still serves the same purpose. Basic mag. Ammo increase from 24 to 26. So we've seen through the past months, they always buff basic mag ammo because it really didn't serve its purpose as ammo. Like, you would just be better off buying ammo scavenger. It would give you a little bit less ammo, but it was just a more useful item. Basic mag needs to give a lot of ammo for it to be useful. Tesla bullets. Spirit scaling increased. Okay, Tesla bullets buffed from 0.13 to 0.16. That's actually significant. Chat is pocket dead now? Probably not, but we'll see. I haven't read them yet. Alchemical fire now behaves like other grenades, so it doesn't bounce off walls. Base DPS up. Okay, alchemical fire will be really good to farm now. Toxic bullets buildup is now slower. That's a good change. It was very powerful. Did I miss? Oh, melee charge. Oh yeah, melee charge cooldown increase from... Oh yeah, well, that's a huge cooldown increase. I mean, it definitely needed the nerf. Definitely needed the nerf. Long range, slight ammo buff. Sure, I'm fine with that. Frenzy. Low HP threshold increased from 40% to 50%. So they keep buffing Frenzy. I think this item is sleeper broken at this point. It's received so many buffs. This item has to be sleeper broken. Know if anything really excited left in the patch notes? Yeah, so the ranked, the first thing that I read is very exciting. A bunch of the item changes are exciting too. Ricochet, range reduced from 14 meters to 11 meters. This is a good change. This item was extremely oppressive on a lot of heroes, and just you would just get hit around walls all the time. And so I think that it was already a good enough item, and just reducing the range is fine. Silencer, spirit power increased from 12 to 18. Okay, I'm fine. Silencer wasn't like insane. Vampiric Burst added ammo and active from 50 to 75 and cooldown reduced. Okay, this item is like really good too. It was already pretty good, but now it's just like really good. It's going to be like especially good on a hero like Haze, for example. Or even Wraith, maybe. Spiritual Overflow no longer grants 20% fire rate. Okay, upon activation grants 35 fire rate. Okay, that seems like a buff. And an activated spirit from 45 to 50. Okay, Spiritual Overflow might be sleeper broken too. It's received so many buffs in the past months that at this point, like the item like is gonna be like so. It's got to be good. Like it's got to be close to good at least. Vampire Burst is crazy, yeah. Healing Right, regen duration increased from 17 to 19 seconds total heal. So this is actually a nerf. So basically it just makes it so it takes longer to heal you. Makes sense. It was like, it healed you too fast, honestly. Like this is a good change, I think. Extra regen buff from 2.8 to 3, so it's a little bit more competitive with Healing Right. Right now there was not a lot of regen to buy. There was not a lot of reason to buy extra regen over Healing Right. And they buffed the ammo component of it as well. Extra regen will probably be really good. Extra stam recovery increased from 14 to 16%. That's good. Fire rate reduced, sure, and it gives 25 health. So it's a little bit more defensive focused. Did they remove some of the more offensive component by 1%? Not a big deal. Extra health buffed. Kind of interesting to me. I don't really think it needed it. Okay, enduring speed. So the slow resist was reduced by 5% and the movement speed was reduced. So it's going to be a little bit less mandatory on a lot of heroes. Restorative Locket, Spirit Resist increased by 2% and now grants +1 sprint. This actually might be enough to put this back into some heroes. This might be enough because the item's not bad. The item's not bad. Return Fire cooldown increased from 25 to 30 seconds. It needed it. Active Bullet resist reduced by 5% as well. Those changes are both fine by me. I think the item's still going to be really good. Health Nova, Spirit Power increased. Health Nova buff? What? That's crazy. What's the TLDR? I haven't finished reading the patch notes, so I couldn't tell you. I'll finish them and then I'll give you a TLDR. Locket is kind of viable. I guess we'll see. Fortitude buff. Always happy. I'm a big Fortitude fan. You guys know that about me. I love Fortitude. Life Strike. Heal increased from 55% of melee damage to 65%. Okay. That's a lot. That's a lot of heal. Superior Stamina recovery increased from 20 to 25. Sure. Veilwalker speed increased from 3 to 4. I believe it was 4 in the past. It got nerfed. So it's just back to the way it used to be. Majestic Leap cooldown increased a little bit. That's fine. Extra regen buff seems crazy. I guess we'll see. Just read way they are implementing ranked, and wow, I cannot think of a more convoluted system. We'll just avoid for now. I guess we'll see. I don't know. We're not going to be able to play it till Tuesday. Rescue Beam cast range reduced. God bless, but it's only reduced by 4 meters. What the fuck? We got the patch, by the way, so just type !_ patch notes for the patch. Oh yeah, I gotta... Do I not have it in my title? I do, I think. Alright, Leech, weapon damage increased, okay. Spirit power increased. Okay, Leech is crazy now. Like, what? What are they thinking? Why is Leech getting buffed? This item is already good. Infernus no longer in shambles, I guess. This is kind of crazy. Siphon Bullets get buffed. Okay, sure. Siphon Bullets was like good item, but it wasn't that good. They nerfed Lifesteal, so they buffed Leech. I don't know. Good title mods, thank you. I was the one that made the title. I'm kind of the best moderator of my stream, to be honest. Not a big deal to me. Spirit items, extra spirit power increase. Sure, this item was kind of not bought. Ammo Scavenger. Okay, let's see what they did. Spirit power per soul reduced from 2 to 1. Max axe increased from 10 to 20. Okay, so basically you get the same total amount of souls. It just takes you twice as long. I don't know how I feel about that. This might be a fine change. It's going to feel pretty clunky to use. Once you get the max axe, it's going to be still incredibly powerful, but it's going to be a little bit clunky. Withering Whip no longer grants 50 health, grants Bullet Shield now. Bullet Shield is a lot better now, though, so this might be a buff. Cooldown reduced from 26 to 22 seconds. Cold Front was buffed as well. Mystic Vul no longer stacks with escalating exposure. Fucking God bless. Slowing Hex was nerfed. Thank God. This item was like mandatory on every hero. Improved Spirit They buffed it just like they buffed extra spirit. I think that's fine. Those items have been not great for a long time. Like for most characters, it was like, why are you buying improved spirit when you could be buying surge of power? Now it might make more sense to buy improved spirit. Improved burst, another nerf. Max health damage reduced from 9 to 7%. Okay, that's a big nerf. 2%, it might not seem like much, but like, let's say you're in a character that, you know, you have 1,000 health. Before 1,000 health, you would have done 90 damage, 90 extra damage. Now you'll do 70 extra damage. It's still going to be pretty good. The E-shift nerf is for viscous. Oh yeah, can no longer end it early. Oh wow, that's actually a huge nerf. That's actually a huge nerf. Wow, this item got hit hard. Okay. Torrent Pulse. Pulse interval is now fixed and that does not get reduced with cooldown reduction. Okay. Superior cooldown now grants 100 spirit shield. Okay, interesting. Thanks, Vegas. Escalating exposure, spirit resist on damage reduced. Okay. Amp per stack reduced from 6% to 5%. Escalating exposure, duration reduced from 15 to 12 seconds. Okay, thank God. Refresher cooldown increased from 212 to 230. Sure, that's fine. Refresher is a like really strong item, so I'm fine with it having a long cooldown. E-shift no longer usable with pocket cloak. Yeah, E-shift's just a lot worse in general. Mystic reverb slow reduced. Okay, that's good. Okay, hero changes. Here we go. We're getting to the exciting stuff. Base health for Abrams reduced. Health per boon increased from 32 to 34. So basically, he's going to have the same health eventually. Or is he going to have more health? I guess he might have more health now. After a certain amount of time. Fixed shoulder charge sensitivity bug that allowed you to turn more than intended. He loses 2 max health at max. Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. This is a good change. Seismic impact now allows for some very minor movement to help nudge around small objects. Okay, interesting. Bebop. Sticky bomb growth increased. Okay. Now loses 2 stacks on death. Interesting. Now has 15 max stacks. Well, I guess the Echo Shard bomb build is gone. Goodbye, Echo Shard bomb build. Well, it's not gone, but you're getting a maximum of what, 60%, right? Like you're doing, let's say you're doing 4 times 15. Yeah, so you're getting 60% max, which doesn't seem... And you lose 2 stacks on death. Well, this part's not that big a deal because you only have 15 max stacks and you'll reach this pretty quick. Hook now also hits enemy troopers, killing them instantly. Damn! Bebop players in shambles. The Bebop players are in shambles. Hyper beam movement slow reduced. Oh man, dude, this hero's gone. This hero's dead. Yo, this is a good thing to clip. This hero's dead. This hero is deleted from the game. Bebop will no longer be present in any game. Like, okay, like unless maybe I need to ask Walex what he thinks, but like this looks like the hero's been deleted. To me. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. He might still be fine. Dynamo, quantum entanglement, cooldown increased. Gun bop isn't nerfed. I mean, everything about bop, the hook is nerfed. I mean, the hook range is increased, I guess, which is nice. But the hook hitting troopers makes it so his laning stage is so much worse. Because now you can actually hide behind your creeps. Gun bop is not nerfed though, you're right. And gun bop's actually decent. It's actually not terrible. So maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. I'm sure there's still a way to play it. Why did he do bebop like that? Was he that strong? He was decently strong, but he wasn't like insane. What do they want him to build? I mean, the hyper beam is still good. The hyper beam is still going to be good. The base duration is 10 seconds and they only reduce the movement speed a little bit. It's still going to be good. It's still going to do tons of damage. Hyper beam is still going to be insane. Quantum entanglement cooldown increased. Okay, the quantum entanglement is like so strong. T3 also now reduces cooldown by 4 seconds. Okay, that's cool. So you get more rewarded for maxing it. Fixed kinetic pulse T2 tooltip to clarify that it affects bullets only and not melee damage. Oh, I actually didn't even know this. So do not build melee dynamo. Isn't that a buff? Wait, did I misread it? Movement slow reduced from 30 to 25. So it's a nerf. Because it was reduced from 30 to 25. So yeah, don't build melee dynamo. Don't do it. Yo, thanks for the prime, Mr. Chair. Much appreciated. Great talent. Arrow cycle time increased from 0.45 to 0.55. Overall DPS unchanged. Okay, who cares? Slow reduced. Less slow is better. What? Wait, am I crazy? Movement slow reduce. No. The movement slow is what you apply on the enemies. Less slow is worse. Yeah. You guys are confusing me here. I'm like 99% sure it's the slow that applies on enemies. Is it just me or is talent completely useless? We'll see. Fixed rain of arrows, alternate cast causing you to hit the ground. Okay, sure. Fixed guided owl colliding with nearby objects. That's good. Fixed fire rate no longer scales with spirit power. Okay. Base bullet damage now scales with spirit. Base bullet damage? Base bullet damage scales with spirit power? That seems pretty strong. That seems strong. Because then you can scale base bullet damage even further with weapon items. Because when it's base bullet damage, it then gets scaled with weapon items. If it wasn't base bullet damage, then like, you know, scaling base bullet damage is better than scaling fire rate, because you're just going to be able to scale more efficiently. Like items like burst fire, for example, are going to scale way better with this. Guided owl 3-second grace period for kill increased to 4-second. Okay. Fixed guided owl grace period still requiring that he gets to kill rather than the target just die. Move speed no longer scales with spirit power. What? Okay, that's a crazy nerf, I guess. Okay, so the only way that Great Talent is useful is if this change is actually crazy. If this base bullet now scales with spirit power ends up being crazy for scaling, then Great Talent might be fine. Someone said something about stamina earlier, but I don't see any Great Talent stamina changes. Haze, fixation stacks increased max stacks from 30 to 40. That's a pretty significant buff. T3 reduced from 0.2 to 0.15, probably to make it so she doesn't have like astronomically more damage. Bullet dance no longer grants. It's the last line. Oh shit, I literally missed it. I'm dumb. Omega lol. Blind streamer. Fucking blind streamer, dude. My streamer. My streamer can't read. Dude, if I want chat interaction, I just have to make a mistake, and then everybody's like, "You absolute moron! How could you miss that?" Yeah, which is fair. I don't blame you guys. I want you guys to keep doing that. Fixation T3 reduced from 0.2 to 0.15. Yeah, bullet dance no longer grants 15% fire rate. Okay, interesting. Bullet dance base ability now hits 2 targets. I think this makes more sense with the essence of having an AoE ult. Having an AoE ult that hits 1 person by default seems kind of weird. Bullet dance base ability no longer grants evasion, and now the tier 3 grants evasion. So it not granting evasion is a pretty big nerf. But now you can get +2 bullet dance speed, I guess. So you can move fast. I don't know how impactful that is. I guess we'll have to try that out. Yeah, let me restart my game while we're doing this, so I can try some stuff out. Infernus, Catalyst damage amp reduced from 25 to 20. Thank God. Catalyst T3 damage amp increased. Okay, so you get it back if you put 3 points in. I'm fine with that. The damage amp by default was just kind of crazy. Improved default camera position. All right. IV mains, these are your changes. Your flight is now similar to Vindicta. You fixed some issues. You know, these are mostly just bug fixes. All right, IV community, please, you know, appreciate the fact that Yoshi's out looking for you, not nerfing your hero, but only giving you bug fixes, okay? Yoshi's looking out for you guys. Hello, what's up, Dagger? Lady guys, fix the bug that could cause some units to take more damage than intended. Interesting, I didn't know about that bug. Life drain can now be alternate casted on allied heroes. So you suck their life? Bro, I'm so sorry for you guys. You're all gonna get griefed by Geist. You're all gonna get griefed. I'm so sorry. I don't know. You guys are gonna get griefed. I don't know what to say. Literally Pugna, except Pugna can actually like give life to his. You heal? Is it Pugna? Do you heal or like what's up? Okay, it's updating. If you heal, it's fine. It's just not clarified. Add a double tap accidental protection for life drain to help instant cancellations. Okay. Malice slow duration reduced. Thank God. Malice amp duration reduced. Also, thank God. You can now see how many malice stacks you have on you. That's great. Lash. Base bullet damage reduced. Oh no. Well, Lash players, including myself. Lash players in shambles. Flog heal versus heroes reduced from 80% to 70%. Lash players, Omega lol, can't insta heal with the press of 1-3. Flog heal versus creeps reduced. Oh wow, Lash can't insta heal from creeps in lane anymore. Oh no. What are us Lash players going to do with these nerfs? What are we gonna do with these nerfs? No, I'm just kidding. Lash is probably still totally fine, maybe even broken. McGinnis no longer has 25 spirit resist. Get fucked, McGinnis. Get fucked. You deserve it. McGinnis now has 15% bullet resist. That is so much worse. That is so much worse. Mini turrets. T1 no longer grant +1 charge. Okay. Mini turrets duration reduced. Get owned. Mini turrets duration cooldown. Remove turrets from gaming. Thank you. Mini turrets health scaling reduced. Haha. Recharge time reduced. Oh wait, that's good. That's a buff. Cast range increased. Oh fuck, that's also a buff. Oh shit. Mini turret damage reduction against trooper neutrals increased. Oh no, another buff. Mini turret damage reduction against objective increase. No. Mini turret spawn time reduced. What? Mini turret attack delay reduced. No. Heavy barrage radius increased. Okay, I was happy, but what the fuck? All right, dude. One of the devs mains McGinnis. Like this is not gonna be fun, dude. No, I'm not looking forward to McGinnis, dude. Naked's a dev. I'm not looking forward to McGinnis, dude. I'm not looking forward to this shit. Mirage. Tornado now uses a range for its travel distance. Okay, so this makes sense. It basically, Tornado before scaled with duration. Now it scales with reach. Makes sense. Enemies that have already been hit by Fire Scarab. Now let the next Scarab projectile pass through them. That's cool. That's a nice quality of life change. Doesn't really change much. Jin's Mark base damage reduced by 4. That's a huge deal because it multiplies, right? So the base damage reduced by 4 actually means that it's reduced by actually like 32 once you get all your stacks. So that's a really big deal. Jin's Mark scaling from spirit power increased. So now you're better off investing with spirit into it. So the surge of power build is going to be better. Jin's Mark reveal duration increased. That's cool, I guess. Traveler now causes your camera to move to the destination during the channel. Let's go. Mirage mains. Mirage mains are eating good. We can now see, just like Omen ult. We can now see. Wait, let me see what this looks like. We can actually see just like Omen ult. Okay, let me see. I'm teleporting. Oh my god, I can see. Wow. Okay. Great change. Traveler T3 fire rate increased. That's fine. Maxing Traveler was trolling before, so. Yeah. Mo and Krill. Combo T1 now grants plus 30 bullet resist. Mo and Krill is now very tanky when he gets 1 point in his ult. Combo cooldown reduced from 95 to 75. Okay, so basically you don't have to invest any points to get the cooldown from your combo. You do lose out on roughly 8 seconds of cooldown, but you do get bullet resist while channeling. So overall, I think this is a good change for Mo. I think this is kind of a buff. A buff for Mo and Krill. Paradox. Bullet growth per boon increased. Okay, so she's going to do more damage. Time wall bullet duration reduced from 1 second to 0.7. So this is how long it stops bullets for, I guess. So this is like a nerf. Fixed time wall for not being spawned when looking down while casting. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Paradox skull swap cooldown increased. Oh, get fucked, Paradox players. Your ult's no longer on a 20-second cooldown. It's now 65 seconds based. Deserved. Paradoxical swap range reduced from 30 meters to 25 meters. Deserved. Paradoxical swap T1 now reduces cooldown by 15 seconds. Wait. Deserved. Paradoxical swap T3 now increases range by 20 meters. Okay. I guess now it's the T3, so you have to max it now. You have to max it. You don't have a choice. Otherwise, you have no range. Pulse grenade radius reduced from 7 meters to 6 meters. Well, you know, it's really sad being a Paradox main right now. Pulse grenade damage amp per stack increased. Okay, you guys get something. You guys get one buff. Pulse grenade T3 no longer increases damage amp by 2%. Now also increases the radius by 1 meter per pulse. Wait, pulse grenade build anyone? Pulse grenade? Paradox removed from the game. Oh yeah, sorry. They forgot to add the last line where it says Paradox was deleted from the game. Deserved. 7. Base regen increased from 1.5 to 3. That's a very significant buff. That's like literally like having half of extra regen just from default. Wait, I skipped pocket. Oh fuck. I'm farming engagement. Farming engagement. Farming it. Farming it. Shotgun fall off start reduced from 22 meters to 16 meters. Moron. Start reduced from 22 meters to 16 meters. Okay, that's a nerf to just being able to like spam people with shotgun. Enchanter's satchel now damage now respects line of sight. Wait. It now respects line of sight. Wait, what? I don't see him, do I? Do you guys see him? It's weird. Do you guys see him? That's weird. I feel like no, I don't see the Infernus. Do you guys see the Infernus? I don't really see him. Face away, okay. Still hits him. Huh. Okay, well, so it's not really nerfed. Enchanter's Satchel now shows an AoE indicator. It does do that though. It does do the AoE indicator right here. So that part's good. It's not your vision, it's the ability hitbox. But then nothing was changed. Why would they even put that in? It was your ability hitbox previously. I think that the change intends for it to not go through walls. That's basically what it intends, right? But here it's clearly going through walls. It's clearly going through walls. Not today. It says line of sight. Line of sight? Okay, so in the past, okay, I'm going to prove you guys wrong. In the past, they've said pocket ult respects line of sight. Okay, if I ult here... Wait. Pocket ult doesn't respect line of sight either. Wait, what? Dude, this hero is completely brugged. Don't put him behind Veil. Okay, all right, fine. I'll put him behind the truck. Okay. Oh wait, that doesn't hit him. Huh. Is this line of sight, guys? Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that change. That seems not that consequential. Anyway, it's moving on. Barrage radius reduced from 6.5 to 4.5. Okay, that's a big change. How big is barrage now? Oh my god, it's small. It's tiny. Oh, God bless. Pocket players in shambles. I'm a pocket player, by the way. Barrage T3 alt now also increases your radius by 2 meters, so you need to have it maxed to get your radius back. Peppy laugh. Okay. All right, moving on. 7 base regen, like I said, good change. Move speed scaling with reduced. Okay, interesting. Can now use dash wall and stormcloud. Wait. Excuse me. Wait. Excuse me. I can't use dash. I literally can't dash. What did they mean? I can't dash. I missed the pocket ult nerf. Oh, did I? Affliction DPS. Oh yeah, they reduced the spirit scaling. That's not that big a deal. You weren't getting that much damage from spirit killing anyway. My game is updated. It doesn't say there's an update. If your game... Okay, I'll restart my game, guys. I'll restart my game. This wasn't intended to be in the notes. We reverted it. Wait. Which part wasn't? Okay. All right, well. All right. I do play PoE, yep. I do. I love PoE. One of my favorite games of all time. All right, so never mind. They trolled about that. So they were trolling. Yeah, so lightning ball T3 increased from +1 meter to +2 meters. All right, ball maxers are fucking, you know, ball maxers are just waiting for their moment to shine. Shiv, slice and dice spirit damage scaling increased. Okay, dash is becoming better. Slice and dice T1 improved from -3.75 to -4. Okay, that's pretty nice. Rage decay rate reduced from 0.35 to 0.25. Rage buffer duration increased from 7 to 12 seconds. Okay, that's huge. All right, we're in Shiv meta. We're in Shiv meta. Shiv meta is upon us, everybody. They buffed Shiv one time. They buffed Shiv one time. And now we're back. Oh, man. Vindicta, reverted recent fall off damage changes. Who was it in the chat earlier that said fall off was going to get reverted? Someone in the chat said this. Do you have the patch notes? Do you work at Valve? Who said that? Do you work at Valve? Someone said that. Like 2 hours ago. Or like an hour ago. Gun build viable? Might be. Vindicta, fall off. Was it you? It was me? You do? Okay. Thank you. Fall off increased from 58. So she gets 6 meters extra from default. Bullet damage growth per boon reduced. Okay, so less damage. Interesting. Flight duration no longer scales with spirit power. Okay, but now you can increase it with your flight T2. Flight bonus move speed above base now scales at 50% effectiveness. So you can no longer move super fast in flight. No longer has -10% base bullet resist. Okay, that's a nice buff, I guess. Health grown per boon reduced. Okay, so that's a nerf. Gun cycle time, DPS. Okay. Stake duration reduced. Assassinated bonus is now unsecured. Shooting while flying now has similar speed impact as on the ground. Wait, is Vindicta dead? Is Vindicta dead? All of these are nerfs pretty much, right? Except the fall off changes. So this is a buff. This is a nerf. The flight change, I'm not really sure. What the fuck? The flight change, I'm not really sure. Dude, stop. Everything else is a nerf, right? Well, no feed for you guys. RIP. Goo ball no longer triggers on hit effect while in ethereal shift. Haha. See ya. Nobody liked that build anyway. Fixed superior stamina dash count not working with goo ball. Okay. Interesting. Goo ball stun duration reduced from 1 second to 0.7 seconds. Haha. Deserved. Splatter base damage reduced. Also deserved. Splatter T2 reduced. Yep. Get that hero out. Splatter spirit damage scale increased from 1.5 to 1.9. That's fine. That's fine for me if they can scale it to do damage. I just don't want it to do 1,000,000 damage at first. As a guest player, you don't think she's dead? I don't think Vindicta needed nerfs at any point of the game, to be honest. I'm not sure, but... Warden. Alchemical flask cooldown reduced. Okay, wait, here we go. Warden buffs. Alchemical flask damage increased by 10. That's a big buff. Alchemical flask T1 is now +1 stamina reduction. Wow. That's actually pretty nice, but I don't know if it's a buff or whatever, but it does make your cage easier to hit in lane, but at the same time, the +50 damage is kind of mandatory before you got it at T1, so, you know. Last stand channel duration reduced from 2.2 to 2 seconds, and last stand range increased. Okay, well, all right, guys. I guess the hydration build is now going to be you know, every game, right? Because now the channel duration is like even faster, so you can actually like get your majestic leap off even easier. This is pretty big. Okay, well, enjoy this build, guys. Make sure if you play Warden, play this build. Play this build. Okay. Wraith, card trick. Spirit scale reduced from 1.2 to 1.1. That's not really going to change much. Card trick generation via melee reduced by 50%. Okay. Yo, thanks for the sub, Andy. Andy CB. Goo Boy's still good. Yeah, Goo Boy's probably still going to be fine. Yamato power slash cooldown increased. All right, get fucked. Power slash T2 now also reduces cooldown by 2 seconds. I'm fine with that. Shadow transformation no longer grants you bullet and spirit resist. Now you're squishy. Now you're squishy. And the duration is reduced by 0.5. That should be enough. That should be enough. All right. GG. That's it. Those are the patches, fellas.